We have a 2009 Chrysler Town & Country. We're going to go through the steps in replacing the fuel pump. We'll start by bleeding the pressure off the system using our pressure relief valve on our gauge. Be sure and capture the fuel into a safe container. Before beginning any repair, disconnect the negative battery cable. In order to do a proper fuel pump replacement, we need to clean the inside of the tank, and that will require the removal of the tank. Loosen the fuel filler hose. We'll remove the hose as we lower the tank. At the rear of the tank, disconnect the vent line and the 2 electrical connections. At the front of the tank, remove the safety retainers and disconnect the fuel line and emissions line. Keep in mind there may be some residual fuel. Be sure and capture this into a safe container. With the fuel tank properly supported, remove the tank straps. Remove the brake line from the carbon canister bracket and remove the remaining carbon canister bolt. Partially lower the tank and disconnect the fuel vent line. As you lower the tank, remember to remove the filler hose from the filler pipe. Remove the tank from under the vehicle and disconnect the carbon canister from the tank. It's a good idea to clean the outside of the tank before removing the module assembly. This will keep any excessive debris from getting in the tank. Disconnect the electrical connection. Remove the safety retainer and disconnect the fuel line. Using a non-ferrous brass punch, remove the locking ring turning it counterclockwise. Inspect the locking ring to make sure it's not damaged in any way that would hinder its free use. As you remove the module assembly from the tank, keep in mind there's a reservoir that will hold residual fuel. Be sure and capture this into a safe container. At this point, we need to drain the remaining fuel into a safe container and clean the inside of the tank. Having a clean environment for the fuel pump to operate in will extend the life of the pump. With the inside of the tank thoroughly cleaned, we're ready to install the new Airtex fuel pump module. With the tank seal in position, lower the module assembly into the tank. Align the locating tab with the arrow on top of the tank. With the fuel pump fully seated, install the locking ring turning it clockwise, making sure that the locking ring is fully seated into the retaining tabs. Connect the fuel line and install the safety retainer. Connect the electrical connection, sliding the locking tab into place, and reinstall a carbon canister. Partially raise the tank into position and reconnect the vent line. As you raise the tank into position, work the fuel filler hose onto the filler neck. With the tank fully raised into position, install the brake line into its bracket, reconnect the electrical connections, and connect the emissions hose. Install the tank straps and reattach the carbon canister. Tighten the fuel filler hose. Reconnect the fuel line and emissions line, making sure to install the safety retainers. With the repair complete, reattach the negative battery cable. Cycle a key 2 to 3 times in order to charge the system. Start the vehicle and monitor fuel pressure, making sure it's within vehicle specifications. Now before we remove our pressure gauge, we'll shut the vehicle off and bleed the pressure using our pressure gauge, making sure to capture any fuel into a safe container.